This is chapter 16. We are all born like Catholics. Aren't we in limbo without religion until some figures introduces us to God? After the meeting, the matter ends. For most of us, there is a change. It is usually for a leisure rather than the greater. Many people seem to lose God along life's way. That is not my case. The figure in question for me was an older sister of mother's and more traditional mind who brought me to a temple when it was a small baby. Auntie Roni was delighted to meet her newborn nephew and thought she would include Mother Goddess in the delight. It will be symbolic first outing, she said. It's a samskara. Symbolic indeed. We were in Manjari. It was a fresh veteran and 7-hour train journey. No matter off, we went to Hindu in a temple, but some smell of incense, some play of light, some shadow, some flame, some burst of color. Something in this sultriness and mystery of the place must have stayed with me, a germ of religious exhalation, no bigger than a mustard seed, sown in me and left germinate. It has never stopped growing since that day. I am Hindu because of sculptured cones in red cum powder and baskets of yellow turmeric nuggets, because the garlands of the flowers, pieces broken, coconut because the clanging of bells to announce one's arrival to God, because of the wine and reedy and the beating of drums, because of the fragrance incense, the frames, the lamps circling the darkness, because of the bahans being sweetly swung, because of the elephants standing around the blessed, because of the colorful murals telling colorful stories, because of the foreheads carrying vigorously significant the same word, faith. I blame loyal to the sense impressions even before I knew they meant or what they went for. It is my heart that commands me, so I feel at home in the Hindu temple. I am aware of my presence, not personal, the way of usual field presence, but something larger. My heart still skips a beat when I catch sight of the Murti, a god residing in the inner sanctum of a temple. Truly, I am a sacred cosmic room, a place where everything is born, and it is my sweet luck to behold its living core. My hands naturally come together in reverent worship. I hunger for Prasad, the surgery offering God that comes back to us, that is sanctified treat. My psalms need to feel the heat, hollowed flame, whose blessing I bring to my eyes and forehead. But the religion is more than rite and ritual. There is the rite and ritual to stand for. Here too I am Hindu. The universe makes sense to me through Hindu eyes. The Brahm and the world soul is sustaining frame upon which is woven, wrapped, weft, the clothing of being, with all decorative elements of space and time. There is, with our poor words, a suit, it one truly unity, absolute ultimate reality, grounds of being, and Braham Suguna, with qualities where its suit fits. Now we call it Shiva, Krishna, Saki, Ganesha. We can feel the gentle pull of relationships. Brahmana is Brahman, made manifest through limited senses. Brahman express not only goods in the humans, animals, trees, and handful on earth, for everything that has a trace of divine. It is the truth of life that is Brahman, and is no different from Atman, the spiritual force with us, that you may call the soul. The individual soul touches upon the world like well reaches for our water table, the which sustains the universe beyond thought and language, and which the core of us and struggles for expression. And the same thing, the finite within the infinite and infinite with the finite. If you ask me how to Brahman and Atman relate precisely, I would say in the same way the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit relate mysteriously. But one thing is clearly, Atman seeks to realize Brahman to be united with the Absolute. It travels in this life and pilgrimage where it is born and dies, and it is born again and dies again, are numerous, and the bank along the way always is the same, the bank of karma, where the liberation accounts of each is credited or debited depending on our actions. This is the holy nutshell of Hinduism, and I have been a Hindu all my life, which is the notion in mind I see place in universe. But we should not cling. A plague upon fundamental and literalists. I reminds of a story of the Lord Krishna when the coward every night he invites the milkman to dance with him in the forest. They had the ever faster the girls to dance the dance with their sweet lord, and made that himself so abundant as to be in his arms of each and every girl. But the moment the girls become possessive, the moment each one imagines that Krishna is her partner alone, he vanishes. So it is that we should not be jealous with God. I know a woman in Toronto who is very dear to my heart. She was my foster mother. I call her Auntie G, and she likes that. She is Quebecoise. Though she has lived in Toronto for over 30 years, her French-speaking mind still slips on occasion and understands of English sounds. And so there are the first heard Hare Christians. She didn't hear right. She heard hairless Christians. And that is what they were here for many years. When I corrected her, I told her that in fact that she was not wrong. That Hindus in their capacity for love, indeed hairless Christians, just Muslims in the way that they see God and everything, are bearded Hindus, and Christians in the devotion of God, hat-wearing Muslims.